Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Moodzy back at it again with another video. This time I'm going to finally come and review with you guys the newest Dragon Ball film. And I'm going to bring you something that I've been anticipating for a very long time. Now, as you all know, obviously, that Dragon Ball finally returns to theaters for everyone to watch. But I'll be honest, as I usually am with you guys, I personally had almost no expectation for the movie, especially after the reveal of its name. I mean, Dragon Ball Super, superhero, really? That's just so redundant. Adding that to the fact that the two characters featured, Gamma 1 and 2, contrast with the redundancy of the title. However, I will actually praise this movie for not only subverting my expectation, but also try to bring something different to the table, and something that me, along many other fans, were screaming, and that's the inclusion of the other cast that really Dragon Ball have been neglecting over the years. You see, the main focus of this movie is actually Gohan. You see, Gohan is a character that many people in the Dragon Ball fan base really do resonate with, especially that he's one of those characters, especially in Dragon Ball Z, was a kid, and he was someone that many people felt that they could reflect their own feelings on the series through the eyes of Gohan and through his experiences. And he's a character that we've seen him grow up from a little kid to an actual man, and he has a daughter in this movie. So essentially making him even more relatable to the people who have grown up with this character, because a lot of people who have grown with Dragon Ball have children themselves and they're just swamped with work. So it's really nice to see a character that you can finally relate to. I mean, yes, you could relate to Goku to some certain extent of trying to better yourself, training, but really, aside from that, what else could you relate to Goku aside from those traits? And speaking of Goku, I actually do applaud the writer of this movie, Akira Toriyama, that he did not, for once, he did not actually stick with his guns and try to just use Goku for every movie. And it just shows you that not relying on Goku and Vegeta actually made other characters shine. And this is something that I've been criticizing the show, especially if you're someone who is very up to date with the manga. There is no sign of any other character except Goku and Vegeta. For the last 20 chapters, it was all Goku Vegeta centric. So since 2020, we've been just dealing with Goku and this other villain. So I'm not going to spoil anything since if you guys did not read the manga. But anyways, it's really nice to see the bravery behind the movie and the stylistic choices that they used. Now, not everything that they used in this movie, mostly stylistically, it did not hit, at least not for me. I thought the 3D animation did not work when it came to fighting. But the great thing about this movie, that the fighting was not actually the best part of the movie. It wasn't the strong suit of the movie. The strong suit of the movie was the characters and their relationships with each other. And a character that actually surprised me a lot in this movie is actually Piccolo. Piccolo, yo, if you guys know anything about Piccolo, Piccolo actually surpasses any version of Piccolo I've seen. He carries this movie single-handedly. And again, this shows that you don't need to have like an overpowered character to carry the show for you. You can have someone like Piccolo just, you know, trying to be like basically be a dad in this movie. He's Gohan's dad, trying to like push him and help him realize his potential and not rely on other people to clean up the mess. So unlike the previous movie Dragon Ball Super Broly, this movie really does thrive on the thematics of parenting between Gohan and his daughter. You have Piccolo, who's also like a father figure to Gohan in this movie. And also there is a sort of like a blend of just humor and not trying so hard to be way too funny. I felt the humor was really subtle and the self-awareness in some of the scenes. For example, you have this scene where Piccolo is fighting, it's either Gamma 1 or Gamma 2, but the hot-headed Gamma. And when the Gamma hits him, Piccolo starts saying, oh, what are these words? Where are they coming from? So it's sort of like that self-awareness of the things that are going around. And I've never felt in this movie, I've never felt that they were trying too hard with something. Like everything felt like it was flowing naturally. It felt like they were addressing a lot of the things that came up to my mind. They were addressing it very quickly. And also the Bulma thing with her finding the Dragon Balls and wishing for silly wishes was just like, it was sort of like over the top in terms of how silly it was, but it wasn't really ridiculous or stupid. It was actually just funny. And it was just really interesting to see her just use the Dragon Balls for such wishes. And it's something that actually does make sense. She actually does have the Dragon Radar, and she does possess the ability to collect them at this point whenever she wants. But those are the things that I really liked about it when it came to comedy. However, when it comes to the story itself and the plot isn't really that complicated. It's just very surface level plot. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it doesn't take itself seriously, and that's something that I enjoyed about the movie. The movie isn't a serious or dark movie. Like the previous Dragon Ball Super movie that was in 2018 was a pretty serious movie with a serious plot with high stakes. In this movie, the stakes weren't that high, well, at least not high until the reveal of the main villain at the end of the movie. But the movie itself was just focusing more about Gohan and Gohan regaining his self-confidence, and that's something that I liked. We also did see Broly since I have mentioned Broly almost twice in this video, we do see Broly having a cameo in this movie, learning how to fight, which actually made me think about what does that mean for the future of this franchise? Because as we know, Broly is considered to be an antagonist. Yes, I know that he's not truly an antagonist. The new Broly is not an antagonist, however, he is sort of a villainish character. So him being in the series and him having this overpowered strength and abilities, I wonder what kind of role would he have? Would he be someone that sticks through the show? Is he someone that are going to be used for another Tournament of Power? So those are all thoughts, and those are all just interesting stuff for any Dragon Ball fan to look forward. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Broly. However, seeing him in this movie and just like training and seeing Goku and Vegeta also train was an added touch. But I want to just mention that if you remove all the Goku bits, you remove the Vegeta bits, it wouldn't really change the quality of the movie, because as I said, the movie is carried by Piccolo, and the inclusion of Goku and Vegeta does not really add or nor subtract anything. The only thing that I can add, however, that's something that I enjoyed from the Vegeta and Goku bits, was Vegeta's comments to Goku regarding Jiren in the Tournament of Power. This is something that they did not tell us in the series, in the anime series, about Jiren's power, but it seems that Vegeta actually does find out that Jiren's power, that he doesn't waste any movement when he fights. So he's basically using his powers, or using his physical body, in the most effective way possible. This is similar to Goku's Ultra Instinct technique of being able to maximize his speed without losing any sort of energy and conserving as much stamina as possible. So Vegeta being able to think about these and remember how Jiren was fighting, kinda, I would say maybe it's a foreshadowing to Vegeta reaching a new form in the future. But hey, maybe it's just me trying to think really too deep about it, but I just found it neat. So let's talk about the animation and the stylistic choices, and overall just the aesthetics of the movie. To be honest, I was blown away by the amazing animation that they used in the first 4 minutes or 5 minutes of the movie. They actually show you a recap of Goku just demolishing the Red Ribbon Army, and that's essentially a way to pave the way for Dr. Gero's grandson, Haido. Dr. Gero, as we all know, died during the Cell arc. So Dr. Haido is his grandson. He's someone who's also more brilliant than his grandfather. And I like that. If you're going to add someone that is supposed to create like super powered robots, because as we all know, at this point of the series, a robot or androids wouldn't really be able to fight a Super Saiyan, like let alone a godlike character. So hyping up, or rather just building up the character of Haido and having the resources of the Red Ribbon Army, who right now are under the son of the old commander, Commander Red, actually just gives us like a really nice world building for what happened to the Red Ribbon Army, because I actually wonder what happened to them. I just assumed that since Goku destroyed them when he was a kid, they just ceased to exist. But apparently they're still there, and they're just do like pharmaceutical stuff. So I really liked that, and I felt that that was a really nice way to set the tone of the movie. But the thing that I really didn't like in the movie, in terms of like I know that I was going to talk about the anime style, but first I just want to say that I didn't like that they revealed Cell Max so early, because Cell is a character who's supposed to be one of the 3 main villains of the original show. So just to toss him right there and just pretend that, yeah, Cell Max and him building up Cell Max, like, I know it's supposed to add like this sort of what do you call it, like anticipation for his reveal, but I just didn't like the way. I was hoping to see it more of a plot twist at the end, rather just revealing that Cell Max was in development. And speaking of Cell Max, I was really disappointed by Cell, but I will get to him when I talk about the animation. Because the animation, like I said in the beginning of the recap, which was one of the most gorgeous animations that I've ever seen in anime in general. And this just shows you that Toei Animation, the company, can actually make just amazing, gorgeous animation for Dragon Ball if the thought ever occurred in their mind. However, you know, the budget sometimes isn't there. They don't care that much. They invest the budget somewhere else. It's kind of disappointing, but hey, let's cross our fingers and hope that Dragon Ball Super 2 will have better animation. But they decided in the movie, after showing us that recap, they showed us the 3D animation models. Now, in principle, the 3D animation really fits the tone of the movie. But when it comes to fighting, I'm not really sure, to be honest. To me, the fighting was, just forgive me to say this, but it was like meh. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that, for a Dragon Ball movie, it wasn't that great, to be honest. Like, we've seen a lot better fights in Dragon Ball. We've seen a lot of better fights in Dragon Ball Z in the or traditional style. But that's just my own take. However, I must say that at the end, when we see Gohan transforming at the end of the movie, the animation or the fight scene wasn't that bad. It was really interesting. But other than that, I just wasn't really into the fights themselves. However, the animation, the art style, and how it fit the theme of the movie, it's okay. I thought it was great, but I hope they just don't do that in the next movie. I hope they just fall back to the Shintani style that they used in the Dragon Ball Super 2018 iteration. But yeah. So I want to talk about something. You know, this review won't cover everything, to be honest. It's just my own thoughts about the Dragon Ball Super movie. But I want to talk about Piccolo. It would be very criminal of me to not talk about Piccolo. So there are 3 points I'll talk about. I'll talk about Piccolo, I'll talk about Gohan, and obviously Cell. I'll also briefly mention Gotenks and his involvement in the movie, basically Goten and Trunks, but it will just be brief. So let's start with Piccolo. Yo, Piccolo is just... man, Daddy Piccolo, man, he just held it down. He was an absolute beast in this movie. He just surprised me so much, and just sort of like rekindled that sort of confidence that I had in the Dragon Ball B-list characters, because he was sort of like fell back to a B-list character. He sort of fell back to how he was in the Buu saga, but even much better. He was the support role, but also someone very significant, and they gave him a power up. Now listen. If you guys watched my reviews of Dragon Ball Super in the manga, I'm not into the fact that the Dragon Balls can unlock your potential to that certain extent. However, because we've seen it in this, we've seen Frieza training for 4 months and unlocking a form, going from SSJ 1 tier to basically God tier and fighting with Super Saiyan Blue. So basically, Frieza went from final form, who couldn't deal with a Super Saiyan 1, trained for 4 months, immediately can spank SSJ 2, 3, God, and fight with Blue. So that's just, to me, that boggles my mind. And this is not also mentioning about the other Frieza form that will be in the different in the review, whatever. Let's not talk about that right now. Then we got what do you call it? We got Gas and Granola. Both characters just wished for getting super powerful to be as strong as Ultra Instinct. So it will be criminal for me to deny Piccolo from having any sort of relevance, because he had like amazing relevance. He went to Shenron, and I really do love the respect that Shenron gave Piccolo. Like, yes, Piccolo is a character who deserves respect, and when Shenron sees Piccolo, he's like, yo, like, basically this is Kami, the old Kami-sama, my ex, basically, the god of Earth, the old god of Earth. So it feels like Shenron gave him a transformation. Yo, Shenron came in clutch, gave Piccolo a transformation. And yo, his transformation, barring the dumbass name, again, all the names in this movie are so bad. They're just so horrible. Cell Max is a horrible name. Gohan's form, I forgot what it's called, but it's Gohan Beast, stupid name. Piccolo Orange, stupid name. But you can't deny that the transformation itself is anything but stupid. It's stupid good, it's stupid badass, but it's definitely not stupid. And I really love the fact that he transformed, he tanks Gamma like he's nothing, it just one-shots him. Yo, that's the respect that you should give Piccolo. So I felt like Piccolo really did hold that down, and his fight also with Cell Max was really impressive. So basically Piccolo is just a really heavy, basically heavy character in the show. Like, he is a heavyweight. He's back to being a god tier character, or a character that can fight with super. I think he's stronger than Super Saiyan Blue at this moment, because the Gammas are very, very powerful. The Gammas can fight equally against Ultimate Gohan. Ultimate Gohan in Dragon Ball Super, as we have seen, can actually fight or box it out with, let's say, not a full-powered Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but he can fight. Again, everybody can fight with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. It's really dumb, but hey, it's something that we sort of accepted. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But hey, it just shows you that Piccolo really did have a major improvement in the show, and I really loved what they did with Piccolo. So this is a huge plus. I really love, if there's one thing that I love about this movie, it's the treatment of Piccolo and also giving Gohan back the spotlight and the vibes. Now I'm transitioning to Gohan, the vibes of the Cell arc. So Gohan in this movie gets back to how he was. Again, albeit a little forced. Let's not kid each other. Gohan going from Ultimate to just white hair. By the way, the white hair, I'm against that choice, because it's sort of, it really shows that he looks very powerful, but I would have loved it if they chose a different color. Now, some people are going to be like, what color? Could it be blue? Maybe. Maybe green. But white sort of indicates that he's Ultra Instinct, but he isn't Ultra Instinct. What is he? We don't know. Is it a Super Saiyan transformation? I don't know. Is it Super Saiyan 4? Is it Super Saiyan 5? Nobody knows. Maybe you guys can help me, but nobody knows. We just accept that he's super powerful, and he did give me the vibes of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell, and they were going with that. You can even see the cocky attitude that he has against Cell, and you can see that crazy smile. He has that crazy smile when he looks at Cell, when Cell tries to fight him. And it reminds me of Vegito when he fought against Buu. He reminds me of also Super Vegeta when he fought against Cell. It reminds me of his own self, that sort of like that Saiyan instinct kicking overdrive in his blood. You can feel the cockiness, the overconfidence, the belligerent attitude just coming to the surface, and I actually really loved that. It really felt that, yo, this is an actual Saiyan. You can feel it, and I love that touch. That smile itself that Gohan gave, that gives a lot to that moment, in my honest opinion. But yeah, to me, Gohan was a major plus. Again, this review does not cover the character of Gohan. It does not cover the characterization of Gohan. I could actually make an entire video talking about Gohan's role with this and his characterization. But he had the respect that he deserved for several years. But yeah, also I want to talk about Gotenks before I end this video. Gotenks, I like the fact that Goten and Trunks are in this movie. I also don't like that they sort of pretend Gohan says, yeah, Saiyans, their growth spurt are late, so they sort of like get older late, and that's proven by Goku. However, if you remember Gohan got older when he went to the hyperbolic time chamber at the age of 8. 10 in the anime, 8 in the manga. 10, let's say 10. He trains for 1 year, and he becomes a preteen or a teenage Gohan. He grows. But Goten and Trunks were the same exact size for 6 years. So don't give me that bullshit that they actually did not like. This is sort of like a cover-up. Toei Animation, they're trying to cover up their tracks that they felt they actually fucked up, and they tried to be like, yeah, Saiyans, they actually take. No, they don't. They don't. Full Saiyans are an exception. Half Saiyans are not the same. Pan and GT, again, I'm not going to reference GT, never mind. But yeah, you get the picture. Gohan is got older when he was 11 years old. But anyways, I enjoyed that they fused. I enjoyed that Goten and Trunks are actually in the movie. They did not shy away from bringing them. At least they had some sort of like interest in the movie. However, what's with Goten never transforming a Super Saiyan? Goten has never transformed into a Super Saiyan since DBZ. He only transformed a Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Super in the opening of the anime opening, but he never went Super Saiyan, not in this movie and not ever in Dragon Ball Super. Trunks also did not want Super Saiyan 1, they just fused, and I was really hoping we'd see an adult Gotenks, but we saw fat Gotenks. But hey, at least we did see Gotenks, a teenage Gotenks, but whatever, it added an element of comedy. But yeah, the movie itself wasn't a perfect movie, but it was a breath of fresh air. It was sort of like a filler-ish feeling movie. However, I'm glad that this movie will be relevant to the main story because, like I said, Piccolo, Gohan, I feel they're the massive winners. I did not care a lot about Broly, neither Beerus, Chilai, whatever. We can talk all about these characters in a different video, but yeah, these are my thoughts about the video. Let me know what you guys, about the movie. Let me know what you guys think about the movie. Tell me, what's your favorite scene? If you like the fights? I wasn't too into the fights, to be honest myself, but hey, that's just my opinion. You may disagree, and that's fine. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. And also, I'm thinking of making a video on the main channel, possibly make it very, very soon, about the Easter eggs in the movie. I'm going to talk about the references in the movie to old stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know also if you found Easter eggs that I can include in the video. But overall, this was your boy Moodzy. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.